It isn't even live yet, so why am I testing the audio? Why am I testing the audio when it isn't live yet? Unless it is live and then I look like a complete twit. Quite frankly. Let me check that the audio is working. It is. So, hello, P.O. Play of the Humano Reus. It's been another week, innit? So, over the previous week, something you may have seen is I finally uploaded the short film that I've been working on since December. Working on since December. God, do you understand? I'm very proud of it. I think it's quite good. You may disagree, but if you do, you're an idiot. It's your opinion, but you can still have wrong opinions, despite what people would like you to think. One of the most exciting things that happened over the previous week is I got in my first Twitter argument, which was beautiful. Because actually, well, I'll talk about that when we get to the politics segment, because it was about something that was happening in Parliament. Okay, of course I've got notifications. People are liking my reply, that's nice. About the argument I had on Twitter. But this is a different argument that is currently ongoing, which I don't think I'm gonna get. This seems slower, so I don't know if I'll get much more updates on it. Anyway, so as I say there, you can ask anything about me, so ask any questions and they'll all be answered at the end. I haven't actually had any questions yet, proper questions, but you know, I'm hoping to get some questions at some point. Another thing which happened over the previous week is something which I'll have to turn the camera for you to be able to see. That's a box. It had a mattress in it, but of course the mattress is, I assume, on like a bed. That would be logical, wouldn't it? So I'm going to get into that box now, and you guys will be able to see, because I can fit entirely inside the box, and it's going to have a multitude of uses. I could use it as a skyscraper, and I could look like I'm a giant, but the most fun thing is to just get inside it, so I'm going to do that now. It's very simple as well, as long as you have a high-up structure to hold it, like a bed, for example, or a parent, or just your arms if you're strong enough. Watch this. There we are then. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. Because if you didn't enjoy it, that would make me sad. So that box is gonna, I don't know what else I could use it for other than standing in it and it being a skyscraper, but we'll find out, won't we? I guess it could also be like a pedestal or something. If a politician is speaking and they're a really, really, really tiny politician, I could use that as that. But then again, I could just kneel to do that, so I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I'm sure it'll come in use for multiple things. I don't know what else. So that's what I've been doing over the previous week. I just want to think if there's anything else I've been doing. I really don't think there is. Of course, in the last Facebook room, I finished off little bits for these short. Actually, in the last one I didn't actually do anything, and to be honest, I don't know if there'll be anything I can do in this one either. In today's one. Actually, no. In the last one, I did do some things. I edited some photographs. I think that was last week's one, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong about most things. So we'll find out, won't we? Yes, we will. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. So, that's previous week. So, of the following week, of course, I'm going to be doing the today's Vesper room in precisely just under 5 hours. But pretty much 5 hours because it takes me a little while to actually get on it. So probably over 5 hours actually. Usually takes me about half an hour to actually get onto it because I have to keep resetting my computer over and over again. So in just over 5 hours, I'll be getting on that. Again, like I said, I don't know what I'll be doing because I'm not in a painting mood and I haven't got anything to be working on at all. So I don't really know what I'll be doing. But I'm sure I'll be doing something. And there we are. So that's of the previous week, of the following week, and current political events. So I'll get the BBC News thing ready, but first I want to talk about my first Twitter argument I've ever had, because I've been on Twitter for a while now, but I haven't actually used it that much until because basically this woman was murdered, right? Which obviously that's not a good thing, and no one was arguing with it that it was. But this thing, and the scariest thing about this was actually talked about in Parliament. That's the scariest thing. This woman came out. She's a baroness of some house, I guess. I don't care. No one cares. I posted the video on Twitter, so you can have a look if you like. But she said that they were planning on putting in a curfew for men. Well, she didn't say they were putting it in. She proposed it. Obviously, it wouldn't work. I'll explain why it will work later. But they were saying there was going to be a curfew for men, so that men would not be allowed to go out past 6 p.m, which is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever heard come from a politician. Firstly, it is literal segregation, and therefore a violation of the Human Rights Act, so wouldn't have worked anywhere, although there's several laws of violations of the freedom of just the Human Rights Act. Of course, now you can be arrested for saying your opinion, which is against freedom of speech and therefore also against the Human Rights Act, but the politicians, they don't care about human rights. But it also wouldn't work for a different reason, because half of the population of the country is male, but less than a third of the police force are female. So they wouldn't be able to enforce it. So it doesn't make sense. And there's also the fact that not all men are criminals, so doing that would just be stupid and wouldn't actually stop any criminals. And also, if they were a criminal, they'd go out past that time anyway. So it wouldn't keep criminals in, it would keep the good people in. Although it wouldn't, because I'm a good person and I'd go out, because any self-respecting man would not obey such a stupid law. So I don't really go out ever anywhere. On the average day, I don't go out at all. But if they did put the curfew in place, I'd be out every 6 p.m. just to annoy those people, because that's my personality. So that's that. And the argument on Twitter was about, I actually have to point out to people how segregation is a bad thing. And naturally, they didn't actually understand, because of course they didn't. And there are people making ridiculous arguments, proving themselves wrong, naturally, Twitter. But I'm definitely going to have to start using Twitter more, because it's incredibly enjoyable. It really is. It's fun. But anyway, here we are in the Beavers. That's my first Twitter argument that is documented there. It's on Twitter, so my Twitter is in the description. So if you go and look at that, you can see the argument and see how I easily win it, and my opponents don't realise that I win it. But I'll have to get into more arguments on Twitter, because it's thoroughly enjoyable. They may mention the whole curfew thing in this, either on the website or on the YouTube channel. We'll find out, won't we? Of course, they've mentioned this woman's death, because it's a woman has died, and it sparked a whole thing. So of course they'd use that to get more clicks and therefore more money. Okay, so apparently they caught the guy and he's been charged. Good, obviously. Let's see, anything else? UK Day of Reflection for COVID lockdown anniversary. Yeah, it's been exactly a year since the first lockdown started. What a lovely thing to be celebrating. You stupid idiots. Jesus. This thing here. Is COVID testing in schools compulsory? No, because they ain't testing me. I'm not letting them stick anything up my face holes. And I'm not sticking anything up my face holes either. So I guess we're not going into school. Into college, whatever. Sharp. Is this digital artwork worth $69 million? No. I haven't even had a look at it. And I know that. So he's just been drawing for 13 years and... Okay, maybe then, yeah. If it's 13 years work, I think it is, maybe. Schools feel alive after children's COVID return. They won't be feeling alive in a bit. They'll be feeling dead, because that's what they'll be. We love proving people wrong. Do you? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, absolutely no information. Isn't it weird how there are news articles and yet there's no actual news in them? Weird. We paid off our parents' mortgage making video games. I don't care. I mean, good for you, but I still don't care. They're still talking about this massacre that happened in this country with the government, obviously. How many attacks on women are there? Probably more since the curfew was asked. Many women have spoken about their fears and personal experiences, but no one cares about men, do they? I like how here they say killings of women and men, annual homicides in Great Britain, year ending March, whatever. Well, obviously, killings of women and men. So more men are killed every year. It literally says it right here. There's a graph for those of you wondering. So quite clearly, more men are killed every year, and yet it's women who are trying to get the law changed to protect them. That seems fair, doesn't it? That seems very fair, actually. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. How there are more men being killed every year, and yet it's the women who are in danger. That's weird. That's logic for you. It isn't used often, quite clearly. Women more likely to know the suspect. I think what's so bloody annoying. God damn. Right, 30%. What does this mean? Family more likely to kill women, apparently. Partners more likely to kill women. Friends and acquaintances more likely to kill men. Other known persons, strangers more likely to kill men. And this means nothing. None of this means anything at all. So, thank you, BBC, for wasting everyone's time. But then again, it's technically your job. Your job is to waste people's time so they don't look for actual facts and learn that you are a bunch of crap. I like how none of these are actually talking about the actual segregation that was gonna be. Isn't it weird how a woman in Parliament proposes that they lock up all men? Pretty much, that's pretty much what they were saying, and it's not front page news. But if a male politician came saying they should lock up all women, literally none of these other stories would be here. It'd be literally the entire page would be talking about that. And they say that women don't have rights. Wake up, for God's sake. You idiots. Let's check out the BBC News YouTube channel. This is where all the best stuff. This is where all the best stuff is found. Meghan interview. Oh yeah, they did that stupid interview with. Who cares? She's the one who wanted to marry into the royal family. She should have thought about it, shouldn't they? Oh, this family who has a history of being a little bit racist, and I think I'm black, even though I'm not. Where was that gonna go? I don't know. The nuclear disaster that shook the world. Fukushima. It's a strange way to spell Chernobyl, isn't it? Right then. Gruesome new evidence of atrocities by Islamist insurgents. Why are people acting as if this is news? It's not. Okay. Joe Biden hopes that the 4th of July will be US Independence Day from COVID. How patriotic. Wouldn't it be great if instead of trying to kiss up to everyone, he did his job? Be incredible, wouldn't it? Yeah, as it says. Nothing but propaganda. Idiots. All of them, honestly. Ridiculous. Why Prince Harry and Meghan's time as royals didn't work out? Well, because Harry has, like, morals. From what I know, I've done my research. Unlike some people. The BBC, for example. MP Jess Phillips reads the names of UK women killed by men in the last year. Because that's relevant. Of course. Could this finally shift the dial on women's safety? Oh, it's relevant. Quite frankly, isn't it? Yes. Royals not a racist family. Maybe not so much now. I imagine there's still some there, because I'm sorry, but Prince Philip is very old, so let's be honest. It's not his fault, but he probably is racist. Police officer arrested on suspicion. Yeah, we know. The hell is any of this crap? I'm still waiting for something to. Apparently, what's this? More than 70 women in a small English town have had their private, often naked images stolen and shared online. How about don't take pictures of yourself naked? Wouldn't that be a great idea, you idiots? The police were told to shoot the protesters. Of course they were, because they're idiots, and they'd simply do as their fascist government tells them to do. Next, The Philippines reef littered with face masks. That's a bad thing, obviously. UK scientists warn of new COVID search if lockdown eased too quickly, obviously. British public divided over Harry and Meghan interview. What are people saying in the comments? Yeah, two wealthy, privileged millionaires speaking about how hard their lives are. Yeah. See, it's stupid. How to do a lateral flow COVID test at home. You shove a cotton bud up you. That's how you do the tests. For those of you wondering. Up your face. Not near the part, obviously. How are they doing that? India elephant rejuvenation camp lets temple animals relax. Oh, nice news. For once. Okay. How about providing this every day? See, that's nice news. I'll leave my like on that. Why can we not have nice news like that all the time? Let's see. God, my stomach is just being loud, which is annoying. Why was the UK hit so hard by COVID-19? Because the people leading us are stupid. I say leading us, we're not following. I mean, the people who are in charge of the country are idiots. So that's the BBC News. So what's the next thing? The next thing should be films, shouldn't it? Films I've been watching. Okay, so the first film I watched, I think I watched it on Monday. I don't know whether it was Monday. I don't care whether it was Monday, to be honest. It might have been on a day, on one of the days. Sorry, my desk is slipping about. On one of the days I watched 1984, from 1984. The book was written in 1949 though. Or published in 1949 anyway. It has John Hurt in it, who, you know, great actor. And it's just a really, really good film. It's my second time watching it. Ow, my fudging elbow. My elbow just seems to be magnetic or something. That is genuinely the only thing I can think. That my elbow must be magnetic because of the amount of things I bang it on. Anyway, it's a really good film. The first time I watched it, it was very good. But I only really liked it because of its sort of, you know, dystopian elements. And I still like it for the dystopian elements, but it is now more enjoyable because of how much like modern day it is, despite the fact that the book was written in 1949 and the film in 1984 wasn't written in 1984. Released in 1984. It's very like today with, you know, the thought police and everything. Of course, they don't police me. Whereas the guy in the film, kind of spoilers, but when the guy in the film is sort of like he's being tortured and everything, and he does as he's told. It's like that's why I've never understood torture. It's like you're literally torturing someone. They're not gonna like you. They're not gonna do as you're told. Like if someone's torturing me, I'm not gonna obey them, am I? If they wanted me to, you know, respect them, They should have treated me nicely, shouldn't they? They should have convinced me like that torture isn't gonna help. You idiots. Okay, and then the South Park vaccination special, which aired just a few days ago. I watched it the day after it aired. Well, not a day after it aired, because they put it on the website. The link that is in the description is for the one on the website, which was free at the time, but has since changed back. They had it so it was free for a day. It's not there anymore, and the website where I has all the South Park episodes on it. For some reason, it has the pandemic special in season 23 when it's actually the first episode of season 24, so it should remove that. And they haven't got the vaccine special in there yet. So when I do find a free version of the vaccination special, I'll make sure to give it to you guys. Unless they have it in like a different section. I don't know why they would though. It doesn't really make sense to me. I click on movies. Is there no search section? No. Let's see if I can find it in here. No, they haven't. Okay, then. But if I do find a free version, I'll be sure to put that in the description for you guys to watch, because it's very funny. One thing I really like about this one is that it's shifted to more of a focus on the Men for guys rather than the adults, because there's been far too much of a shift towards the adults, and because Trey Parker and Matt Stone are the only creators of any show who are actually like, you know, God, what's the word? What's the fudging word? Self-aware. That's it. It's 2 words. Because they're the only creators of any show that's actually self-aware. They actually listen to the fans, and of course they don't always. I mean, they listen. They don't always do as the fans tell them, and good. They shouldn't do everything the fans tell them, because a lot of the fans are wrong about a lot of stuff. But I did agree that there was not enough of a focus on the Men for guys, and they've changed that now, so that's good. Of course, now they've sort of not become friends anymore, which is annoying. There hasn't been enough focus on the boys, hasn't there? No. Would you like more focus on the boys? Yes. Okay, here. That's not what I meant. Tough. That's me having a conversation with those guys, but it won't. Their unfriendship isn't going to last, because the entire show is based off of that, so at least I hope it doesn't last. Jesus Christ. And then the most recent film, which I watched yesterday, was Mulholland Drive from 2001, which is the one David Lynch film apart from Dune, which isn't a David Lynch film, he just directed it because he didn't like it, and Twin Peaks, the Firewalk with Me, which I'm going to watch chronologically when I watch Twin Peaks. So this is the one movie of his which I actually had left to watch without some other circumstances, you know, making me not want to watch it, or not want to watch it until later. 20 years old now, and for a film that's just 20 years old, it's pretty good. Most films from the 21st century are crap when they're trying to be artistic. This one is one of the few artistically good films from the 21st century. And I say literally few because there's 3. Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire, which is David Lynch's final film until now. I really hope he does another film. David, if you're watching this, which you're not, but if you are, make another film. I know you said that you've said everything you want to say, but I just need more David Lynch films in my life. I've watched everything that you've done that I know about, apart from the one that's on Netflix, which I haven't seen yet because I'm not paying for Netflix. Why the hell would I do that? That'd be stupid. So when a free version pops up online, I'll watch that. But just do more films. Anyway, it was really good. Of course, there were too many sexual moments, unfortunately. But apart from those parts of the film, it was very nice. It's a very good film. It is a very good film, and you should all watch it, obviously. So all 3 of those things are linked in the description. Obviously, the vaccination special is on the website, so you'll have to pay if you want to watch this version. Which is annoying. But as I said, when I find a free version, I'll change the link for you guys, because I'm just so nice. So that's the films I've been watching, and answer any questions that you might have for me. And once again, you don't have any questions for me. Thanks for that. That's very kind of you. Let me just refresh this to make sure it isn't just the chat being a bottom. Okay, I literally sent a message and it's acting like I didn't send the message. That's stupid. Okay, maybe that's why he didn't. I sent a message saying that you can ask me anything you want about me, and YouTube didn't send it, which I assume is why you didn't reply. So that's YouTube being stupid. So if you manage to get a question in the next minute, I'll answer it. Because I wouldn't mind answering a few questions. As if you can manage to get a question in, that's it. You probably won't though, because I'm ending the live stream now. So please, seriously, over the following week, think of questions, and then on the, because this is the thing that annoys me. Here I am, giving you, an ability to ask any question that you want, anything. I won't necessarily answer it, but I probably will. Like, if you want anything you want to know about me, then I'll answer it. But you don't take the opportunity to ask the questions. I'm starting to think that you guys actually don't really care. That's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think you don't actually care about my life. It's not a very nice thing, Not a very nice thing at all. Not a very nice thing. Not a very nice thing. Goodbye. See you guys in the next thing that I do.